Hello students, in this today's class we are going to discuss polytropic process. Now the polytropic process, it is nothing but a general process. It is nothing but a general process. The polytropic process, the general expression for the polytropic process, that is P into V to the power x. P into V to the power x is equal to constant, where the exponent x value corresponding to polytropic index. Polytropic index. Okay. Now in the polytropic index, the x value which is equal to C minus Cp divided by C minus Cv, where Cp and Cv are the molar heat capacity at constant pressure and constant volume, whereas the C is called the molar heat capacity of a polytropic process, where the C is called molar heat capacity of a polytropic process. Okay. Now from here, if you see the Cp value, Cp nothing but Cv plus gamma. So by replacing the Cv plus gamma with the help of Cp, so you will get the final expression, that is the C is equal to Cv plus capital R by 1 minus x. So this is the molar heat capacity of a polytropic process, nothing but C is equal to Cv plus capital R by 1 minus x, where x is called what? Molar heat capacity of a polytropic process. Okay. Now in this polytropic process, that is the general expression P into V to the power x is equal to constant. Now it is to be derived. For the derivation of this P into V to the power x is equal to constant, what we required? So first of all, we use the first law of thermodynamics. The differential form of a first law of thermodynamics will be equal to du equal to dq plus dw. And second information, we are using the system is a ideal gas. So with the help of ideal gas equation, we can use PV is equal to nRT. And one more relation we are using here, Cp Cv, the relation between Cp and Cv, that is Cp minus Cv is equal to R. It is only valid for ideal gas. It is only valid for ideal gas. Are you getting my point? Now from the first law of thermodynamics, du is equal to dq plus dw. Okay, where the dw nothing but minus p dv. Okay. Now what is the du? Change in internal energy, that will be equal to n into Cv into dt. And what will be the dq? That will be equal to n into C into dt, where C is called what? Where C is called what? Molar heat capacity. Molar heat capacity of polytropic process. Polytropic process. So here we are not defining pressure is constant, volume is constant. If the pressure is constant, we will say molar heat capacity Cp. If the volume is constant, we can say molar heat capacity Cv. If pressure volume we don't know, that's why we are saying that only heat capacity of a polytropic process, that is called C. Okay. Now in this what happens? du equal to ncv dt and dq nothing but nc dt, and the w nothing but minus p delta v or p dv. Are you getting my point? From here, if you take the common c dt in both sides, so you will get n into c minus cv into dt will be equal to what? P dv. Okay. Now from the ideal gas equation, that is pv is equal to nRT, the partial differentiation P into dv plus v into dv is equal to n is constant, r is constant, and the differentiation of temperature will be dt. So from here dt will be equal to p dv plus v dp by nr. So write the dt value here, bring the dt value here, so you will get p dv plus v dp by nr. So here you can cancel the number of moles, numerator and denominator, and bring the r value to the right hand side. You will get p r dv or rp dv. Okay. After simplification, you will get this equation. Okay. Now here what I am doing, I am dividing this equation by c minus cv on both sides. If you divide this equation on both sides, c minus cp by cv, here cp minus cv by cp minus cv, that will be equal to 1. Okay. Which is equal to 0 by c minus cv nothing but 0. And after that what I am doing, I am dividing this whole equation 1 by PV. 1 by PV. If you divide with PV on both sides, so here you will get what? dV by V, and here you will get dP by P. Are you getting my point? After integration, you know C minus Cp by C minus Cv is a constant. So that's why I am I am writing the constant out of the integration. Okay, after integration we know integral dx by x nothing but ln x, so this will be ln v. So what is the value of c minus cp by c minus cv? I am taking this is the x value, so that's why instead of c minus cp by c minus cv I am taking the x value, x into ln v plus ln p. Do you know integration of 0 nothing but a constant, because the differentiation of a constant will be 0, that's why integration of a 0 will be a what? Constant. Okay, now we know, so this is will be log a plus log b nothing but log of ab, so ln of p into v to the power of x is a constant. Okay, if you bring the log to the right side you will get anti-log, again you will get a one more constant. So overall the final expression for a polytropic process nothing but p into v to the power x. This is polytropic process general expression. Okay, now here what is the value of x here? Nothing but c minus cp divided by c minus cv. Okay, if you cross multiply and simplifying this and write the cp value as a cv plus r, we know cp equal to what? Cv plus r. So finally you will get the expression that will be equal to molar heat capacity. This is c nothing but what? Molar heat capacity. Molar heat capacity of a which process? Polytropic process. Which process? Polytropic process. Remember, the derivation is not very important, but final result is very important. What is the final result? That is the molar heat capacity of a polytropic process. C will be equal to Cv plus capital R by 1 minus x. We know Cv is equal to capital R by gamma minus 1. So that's why I am writing the molar heat capacity of a polytropic process. C will be equal to capital R by gamma minus 1 plus capital R by 1 minus x. Are you getting my point? Now we are discussing some important processes. The first process, isobaric process. In isobaric process, what will be the molar heat capacity? Nothing but the Cp. Okay, now if the x value that will be equal to c minus cp by c minus cv, bring the c value as a cp, so numerator will become 0, so overall the exponent value will be equal to 0. So in the pv to the power x is equal to constant, if the exponent value, bring the exponent value as a 0, so you will get overall p equal to constant. Do you know pressure is a constant? In which thermodynamic process throughout the process pressure will be remain same? That will be called isobaric process. In isobaric process, what will be the exponent value? That will be 0. Exponent value that will be 0. Now the second process I am taking the isothermal process. Do you know in isothermal process molar heat capacity will be equal to infinity. Molar heat capacity will be equal to infinity, because in isothermal process there will be no temperature change. Okay, what is the definition of a heat capacity? It is the amount of heat required to raise the temperature of a substance through 1 degree Celsius temperature, but the temperature remains constant in isothermal process. In isothermal process temperature is remains constant, that's why here we are taking the heat capacity for isothermal process as a infinity. Okay, because the heat capacity formula C equal to Q upon dt. Okay, now if the change in temperature will be 0, anything by 0 nothing but what? Infinity. So that's why in isothermal process what we are taking the molar heat capacity as a infinity. When we are taking the molar heat capacity as a infinity, so you will get the x value as a 1. X value as a 1, that means the exponent value 1. So pv to the power 1 nothing but pv will be equal to constant. For isothermal process what will be the exponent value? That will be equal to 1. Are you getting my point? And next to adiabatic reversible process, it is also called isoentropic process, asentropic process. Asentropic process we will discuss in the entropy topic. Okay, now in adiabatic process no heat exchanges between system and surrounding, that means the q value equal to 0, so heat capacity C is equal to q upon dt, so 0 divided by anything nothing but 0. So that's why here the heat capacity which we are taking here, that will be 0. So that's why the x value here nothing but if you take the if you take the C value 0, so you will get the X value Cp by Cv. Do you know the Poisson ratio? That is the Cp by Cv, which is nothing but gamma. That's why the exponent value X value, now I am using the gamma value. What is the gamma value for monoatomic gas? For monoatomic gas, gamma value will be 5 by 3. For diatomic gas, gamma value will be 7 by 5. For polyatomic gases, the gamma value will be 4 by 3. Are you getting my point? And next one will be the isochoric process. In isochoric process, the molar heat capacity is nothing but Cv. Is nothing but what? Cv. In the denominator, if the molar heat capacity, I am writing the Cv. So in the denominator, Cv and C will get cancelled. So anything by 0, nothing but infinity. So the exponent value in a polytropic process, if it is equal to infinity, the process is said to be isochoric process. Okay. Now all these processes, now here I am representing in the PV diagram. On the y-axis I am taking the pressure, whereas on the x-axis I am taking the volume. Okay. First of all, what is the exponent value I am taking? 0. If you take the exponent value 0, so you will get the P is equal to constant. That is called isobaric process. So this is the point 1. In isobaric process, the pressure will be remains constant. So that's why there is a straight line parallel to x-axis or perpendicular to pressure axis. Okay. Now here if you move from 1 to A, what happens? Volume increases. Pressure remains constant. Then what happens? Do you know from ideal gas equation, that is called PV is equal to nRT. If the pressure is constant, number of moles of ideal gas and R value, gas constant is constant, then volume is directly proportional to absolute temperature. That means if the volume increases, absolute temperature is also increases. If the volume decreases, then absolute temperature is also decreases. If you move from 1 to A in isobaric expansion, what happens? Heating occurs because temperature increases since volume increases. This is a heating process. But whereas if we move from 1 to B, that is also isobaric, but the compression, why we are saying compression? Because volume decreases from 1 to B. So that's why the temperature decreases. This is a cooling phenomena, isobaric cooling effect. Okay. Now come to the second exponent X value, that is I am taking the 1. So if the X value I am taking the 1, so PV is equal to constant. That is a rectangular hyperbola. So this will be the rectangular hyperbola, that is equal to isothermal reversible process. Are you getting my point? Now if you see from 1 to C, as we move, what happens? Volume increases. That means isothermal reversible expansion. Okay. Let's suppose if you move from 1 to D, what happens? Volume decreases. This is the isothermal compression. 1 to C isothermal expansion and 1 to D isothermal compression. Are you getting my point? And next to, if you move to the X value, that is the exponent value, that is the gamma, which is nothing but a adiabatic reversible process. Okay. Now we know this is a isothermal 1 to C expansion, 1 to E adiabatic expansion. Because the gamma is always greater than 1. Yes, the gamma value is always greater than 1 because Cp by Cv, which is a gamma, where the Cp is always greater than Cv. That's why the gamma value greater than unity. That's why here the adiabatic slope is more steeper than the isothermal slope. That's why you have here there is a steeper curve. The steeper curve, this is the steeper curve 1 to E. Okay, this is called adiabatic reversible expansion. Okay. Now come to compression case. In compression case, if you see 1 to F is a adiabatic compression. Now in the compression, if you see, now the 1 to F is a adiabatic compression. Okay. Now whereas the 1 to D is a isothermal compression. Now in this compression case, if you see, the most steeper curve will be the 1 to D. Are you getting my point? That means if you see in a expansion process, in which process? Expansion in the sense volume increases. Okay. Now as you move from in this direction, that means let's suppose this is the point X. Okay, this is the point Y and this is the point Z. If you move from X to Y, this is isothermal expansion, and X to Z adiabatic expansion. So the adiabatic expansion, the graph will be more steeper. Are you getting my point? But the same thing if you observe in case of a compression, now the graph will be reverse. The upper curve will be the adiabatic reversible compression and the lower curve will be the isothermal reversible compression. Are you getting my point? Now come to the next one. If the if the x value, that is the exponent value, will be infinity, so p into v to the power infinity is equal to constant. So here v is equal to constant. Volume is constant means isochoric process. So there is a vertical line that is perpendicular line to the y-axis, that is the volume axis, whereas it is parallel to the pressure axis, that is the y-axis. Are you getting my point? If you move from 1 to g, that means the pressure increases. So again the temperature increases because pressure temperature directly proportional. So 1 to g, what happens? Pressure increases, heating effect occurs. Whereas if you move from 1 to h, what happens? Pressure decreases. Pressure decreases means temperature decreases. That means cooling effect occurs. So there are total 4 processes. Again in each process there are again 2 processes, expansion as well as compression. So 4 into 2, total 8 processes. Here we have all these processes, we are diagrammatically represented in the PV diagram. In the PV diagram. Are you getting my point? Now what will be the work done in a polytropic process? Now we know in adiabatic reversible process, that is nothing but PV to the power gamma is equal to constant. Already we derived the work done expression, W equal to del U, W equal to del U because Q 0. So del U nothing but NCV dt. Okay. Now where CV is nothing but capital R by gamma minus 1 and del T nothing but T2 minus T1. Do you know PV is equal to nRT expression? If the temperature, if you see T2, then pressure changes P2, volume changes to V2. If you bring the T1 here, then P1 and V1. So that's why here if you see nRT2 minus nRT1, nothing but P2 V2 minus P1 V1. So this is the expression regarding the work done of a adiabatic reversible process. Adiabatic reversible process. Now same process if you see, if you observe the same work done in case of a polytropic process, only the thing is the exponent value. If the exponent value is gamma, that is called adiabatic reversible. If the exponent value some x value, okay, that is called polytropic process. So in the denominator, instead of gamma, if I write the x value, this will be the general expression regarding the work done. General expression regarding the work done in a polytropic process. Are you getting my point? Now the thing is, here x value should not be equal to 1. Why? If the x value equal to 1, let's suppose w value equal to infinity. So that means this is not valid for the isothermal process. Because in isothermal process, we know what will be the work done formula, minus nRT ln V2 upon V1. Are you getting my point? So this is the work done expression regarding the isothermal reversible process. Isothermal reversible process. So this will be the work done expression. That will be the general expression of work done of a polytropic process. Okay. Now what will be the del U? NCV dt. And what is the Q? That will be NC dt. And what will be the W? NR delta T upon x minus 1. If you bring the du value, q value, w value in the first law of thermodynamic expression, after simplification, you will get the molar heat capacity. What is the C? Once again I am repeating, molar heat capacity. Molar heat capacity of a which process? Polytropic process. Are you getting my point? So only the thing is, we have to remember this final expression, because this final expression is only very important, because in most of the question calculate the molar heat capacity in a polytropic process. So immediately we have to memorize this formula, that is C is equal to CV plus capital R by 1 minus x, where CV nothing but gamma capital R upon gamma minus 1. Okay. So regarding polytropic process, there are some numericals. Let's see number 1, that is the 77 question. In a polytropic process, that is P to the power n, that is equal to constant, what will be the molar heat capacity? The molar heat capacity C will be equal to CV plus capital R upon 1 minus x. But here the exponent value given as a n. Okay. So this will be the molar heat capacity of a polytropic process. Are you getting my point? Now here this will be, I am writing m. Why I am writing m? This is molar heat capacity. Here also if I write the m, that will be CVm, that is molar heat capacity at a constant volume. So which option is correct here? Option number B is the correct option. Are you getting my point? Now come to the question number 78. Find the value of molar heat capacity of a neon gas undergoing a process that will be P to the power 2 into V. That means the first process here given P square into V is equal to constant. Okay, but actually what is the general expression for a polytropic process? What will be the general expression for the polytropic process? P into V to the power x will be equal to what? Constant. So first of all we have to calculate the exponent value x. So here the what is the power of the pressure here? Square is there, but here the power of the pressure will be only 1. That's why what I am trying to do, I am trying to do square root on both sides. What I am trying to do here, square root on both hand sides. If you square root on the left hand side, you will get p square v whole to the power 1 by 2. Now on the right hand side, constant to square root, again you will get a one more constant. Okay, from here shall write p into v to the power 1 by 2 will be equal to what? Constant. Okay, now this is the polytropic process expression. Now come to from general expression. From the general expression, pv to the power x, here pv to the power 1 by 2. From these two, shall I write x value, exponent value equal to 1 by 2? Yes. From here, the molar heat capacity C equal to Cv plus capital R upon what? 1 minus x. So this expression is very, very important. Only the thing is we have to remember the final result is very, very important. Are you getting my point? From here, what will be the Cv? Cv nothing but capital R upon gamma minus 1. What is the gamma? In the question, it is given neon gas. Neon is a monoatomic gas. For monoatomic gas, gamma value nothing but 5 by 3. Are you getting my point? So from here Cv is equal to 3R by 2. Okay. So the molar heat capacity C is equal to what is the Cv? That will be 3R by 2 plus capital R upon 1 minus x. What is the x value? 1 by 2. So from here 3R by 2 I am writing as it is. Now in the denominator 1 minus 1 by 2, that will be 1 by 2. So 1 by 2 will be go to numerator, that will become 2 by 1. So 2R. Are you getting it? 3R by 2 plus 2R, that will be nothing but 7R by 2. This is the molar heat capacity regarding the first process. Are you getting my point? Now come to the second question. What is the question number 2? Pressure directly proportional to volume. In the question number 2, that is the pressure directly proportional to volume. Shall I write P by V is equal to constant? Yes. And also shall I write P into V to the power minus 1 is equal to constant? Yes. What is the general expression for a polytropic process? That will be P into V to the power x is equal to constant. If you compare the exponents, then what will be the exponent value? X value, that will be equal to minus 1. That will be equal to what? Minus 1. Okay. Now what will be the Cv? Cv for monoatomic gas, again we have 3R by 2. Okay. Now what is the molar heat capacity? C equal to Cv plus capital R upon 1 minus x. Okay. Cv value 3R by 2 plus capital R value as it is I am writing divided by 1 minus x value, again minus 1. So minus or minus plus. So you will get finally C is equal to what? 3R by 2 plus R by 2. That means 4R by 2. 4R by 2. Nothing but here 2R. Are you getting my point? So this is the second question. What? Molar heat capacity. Now one more question is given in the problem. That will be P into T to the power 2. P into T to the power 2 will be equal to what? Constant. Now we have to, we know only one expression, that is PV to the power x is equal to constant. Now what I am trying to do here, I am removing the temperature in terms of volume. Do you know 1 mole ideal gas equation, that is PV is equal to RT? Instead of T, shall I write PV by R? Yes. Now write the temperature value in terms of pressure. Now write the temperature value in terms of pressure and volume. Okay. Now here as it is P I am writing, instead of temperature I am writing PV upon R whole square equal to constant. Okay. Now here P into P square nothing but P cube into V square divided by R square brings R square to the right hand side. Again you will get one more constant. Okay, now what I am doing, I am raising the power 1 by 3 on both sides. P3 V square whole to the power 1 by 3. Why I am raising the power 1 by 3? Because the P to the power will be 3. I want P to the power 1. Okay, so after raising the power 1 by 3 on both sides, P into V to the power 2 by 3 will be equal to constant. But actual general expression PV to the power x is equal to constant. If you compare these two, you will get the exponent x value as a 2 by 3. Again the CV value for monoatomic gas 3R by 2. Now what will be the molar heat capacity of a polytropic process? C is equal to CV plus capital R upon 1 minus x. Okay, so C equal to CV value nothing but 3R by 2, okay, plus capital R divided by 1 minus, what is the x value here? 2 by 3. 1 minus 2 by 3, 1 by 3. So 1 by 3 means you will get 3. So 3R by 2 plus 3. Are you getting my point? 3R by 2 plus 3, that will be equal to 9R by 2. Okay. Suppose if the question calculate the molar heat capacity in calories, then bring the R value as a 2 calorie per mole per Kelvin. Suppose if the question is in terms of joule, then bring the R value as a 8.314, otherwise 8.314, otherwise 25.3 joule mole inverse and Kelvin inverse. Are you getting my point? Okay. Next question, that will be the question number 79. In the question number 79, a diatomic ideal gas expanded according to the equation. What is the equation given here? P into V to the power 3 equal to constant. With the help of general expression, that is PV to the power x is equal to constant. If you compare, what will be the exponent value? That will be the 3. And one more important thing, under high temperature, assuming the vibrational mode is active. Remember, vibrational degree of freedom generally we do not consider unless until it is not mentioned in the question. Okay, if it is mentioned in the question, then we have to consider. Calculate the molar heat capacity in calorie per mole per Kelvin. Okay, now do you know maximum number of degree of freedom will be equal to 3 times of n, where n is called what? Atomicity. What is the n? Atomicity. But in the question diatomic, so atomicity value given 2. So 3 into 2, that will be maximum number of degree of freedom will be 6. But in case of diatomic, in case of a diatomic gas, do you know number of translational degree of freedom will be 3 and number of rotational degree of freedom will be 2. So the remaining degree of freedom will be vibrational. So what will be the number of vibrational degree of freedom? That will be total minus of number of degree of freedom of translational as well as the rotational. So 3 plus 2, that will be the 5. So 6 minus 5, that will be the 1. So what will be the molar heat capacity at constant volume? CV will be equal to, we know that will be number of translational degree of freedom plus number of rotational degree of freedom multiplied by R by 2 plus number of vibrational degree of freedom multiplied by R. Okay, so here 3 plus 2 into R by 2 plus here R. Okay, 5R by 2 plus R, that will be equal to 7R by 2. This is the CV value. And what is the exponent value? 3. So that we can find the molar heat capacity. C will be equal to CV plus capital R upon 1 minus x. So this is the final formula which we have to remember in a polytropic process to calculate the molar heat capacity. Okay, what is the CV value? That will be the 7R by 2 and capital R divided by 1 minus, what is the x value here? 3. So here C equal to 7R by 2. Here R by minus 2. So minus R by 2 I am writing. 7R by 2 minus R by 2, 6R by 2, that will be 3R. So 3 into R value I am taking 2. That will be calorie per mole per Kelvin. So final answer 6 calorie per mole per Kelvin. 6 calorie per mole per Kelvin. Are you getting my point? Now the next question, that will be the question number 80. 1 mole of a monoatomic gas is heated according to the path AB and path AC. So there are two paths given, path AB, there are two paths given, that is the path AB and also path AC. Okay. If the temperature of the state B and C are equal, so temperature of state B, state C are equal, then find the value of QAC divided by QAC divided by QAB multiplied by 10. This is an integer type question, integer type answer question. Okay. Now first of all, you see the relation between the pressure and volume along the path AC. Path AC. Do you know along the path AC, if you see there is a straight line which is passing through the origin? Yes. If it is passing through the origin, that means y is equal to mx form. Yes. That means y proportional to x. That means pressure proportional to volume. Pressure proportional to volume. So this is a polytropic process. Polytropic process. When pressure proportional to, directly proportional to volume, so shall I write P equal to some K times of volume? Yes. With the help of this, shall I write P into V to the power minus 1 is equal to constant? This will be the PV expression regarding the polytropic process path AC. Okay. If you compare with the general expression PV to the power x is equal to constant, what will be the exponent x value? That will be equal to minus 1. Are you getting my point? Now, this is which gas? Monoatomic gas. We know monoatomic gas, CV will be equal to 3R by 2. Okay. Now, how to find the C? That will be equal to CV plus capital R upon 1 minus x. Are you getting my point? From here, C will be equal to 3R by 2 plus R by 2, because minus of minus plus you will get. So overall C equal to how much? 2R. So now here, what will be the heat exchange along the path AC? Heat exchange along the path AC is equal to, AC will be equal to how many number of moles of ideal gas? Let's suppose n number of moles of ideal gas, and this will be the molar heat capacity. Let us say this will be CR/Cm into change in the temperature. Okay. Number of moles of ideal gas given, how many moles? 1 mole of ideal gas is given. And what is the molar heat capacity in the polytropic process? 2R. Now change in temperature as it is I am writing. Let's suppose this will be the equation number 1. And one more process is given. What is the second process given here? AB process. AB process, if you extrapolate, you will have a straight line that is parallel to pressure axis, that is parallel to volume axis or perpendicular to pressure axis. That means this is a isobaric process. What is the path AB? Path AB corresponding to which process? Isobaric process. Do you know what will be the molar heat capacity isobaric process? That will be Cp. Do you know Cp is equal to 5R by 2? Since Cv is equal to 3R by 2, so Cp will be equal to Cv plus capital R. Cv will be 3R by 2 plus R, nothing but 5R by 2. Are you getting my point? Now here, what will be the heat exchange along the path AB? That will be N into, now I am writing Cp. Why I am writing Cp? Because path is defined. The path defined, that means pressure is constant. Number of moles 1, the Cp value 5R by 2 into change in temperature as it is I am writing delta T. That will be the equation number 2. Now the question is the ratio between the QAC upon QAB. So Q, that means 1 divided by 2, equation 1 on the left hand side QAC divided by QAP. Okay. On the right hand side you will have directly 1 into 2R, that will be 2R into delta T divided by here 5R by 2 into delta T. Now one more important relation given between the temperature. Do you know in both the cases the final temperature remains same? That means initial temperature is also same for the process, because both the processes are starting from the same point A. Let's suppose this is the T1 temperature and T2 temperature, final temperature. So change in temperature along the path AC, along the path AB remains same or not? Yes. That's why in both the cases, shall I cancel the delta T value? So you will get 4. You will get how many? You will get finally, that means 4 by 5. That means 0.8. Are you getting my point? But the question is, QAC upon QAB multiplied with 10. So 0.8 will be multiplied with 10. So finally you will get an integer type single digit answer. That will be the answer 8. That will be the answer 8. Are you getting my point? Now question number 81. What will be the question number 81 here? 2 moles of a diatomic ideal gas expanded by the relation PV cube equal to constant. The amount of heat required to increase the temperature of a gas by 10 Kelvin. Now in this question number 81, first of all, again we have to calculate the molar heat capacity first of all. Okay, for a polytropic process. What is the expression given in the question? P into V cube is equal to constant. Okay. Now what is the general expression? PV to the power x is equal to constant. If you compare both the exponents, you will find the x value as a 3. Okay. And one more important thing, this is a diatomic gas. For a diatomic gas, CV will be equal to 5R by 2. 5R by 2. Now what will be the C? C equal to CV plus capital R upon 1 minus x. Okay. Now C equal to CV value 5R by 2 plus R divided by 1 minus what is the x value? Here 3. So overall you will get the C value 5R by 2 minus R by 2, that will be the 4R by 2, nothing but the 2R. Okay. Now what is the molar heat capacity? Q equal to heat exchange will be equal to N into C into shall I write delta T. Are you getting my point? This is the heat exchange in a polytropic process. In a polytropic process. Now that will be equal to how many moles is given? 2 moles. What is the C value? Just now we calculated. That will be 2R. And what will be the increase in the temperature? T2 minus T1. That will be the 10 Kelvin. Are you getting my point? So 2 into 2, 4. 4 into 10, 40. So 40R will be the final answer. Okay. Now question number 82. In this question number 82, a diatomic gas molar heat capacity given. Now here the question is reverse. Okay, now molar heat capacity of a polytropic process given, then we have to find the which process it is. That means we have to find the relation between pressure and volume. Okay, now what will be the general formula? C equal to CV plus capital R upon what? 1 minus x. This is the general expression regarding a polytropic process, that is PV to the power x will be equal to constant. Okay. Now for diatomic gases, what is the CV value? 5R by 2. And what is the C value given in the question? That is given 3R plus R upon 1 minus x. Are you getting my pen? So 3R minus 5R by 2, you will get R by 2 on the left hand side. On the right hand side, R by 1 minus x. Okay, R gets cancelled. If you simplify, you will get the x value as a minus 1. What is the x value here? Minus 1. So what will be the process? P into V to the power minus 1 will be equal to constant. This is the first question. What is the process? What is the process here? P into V to the power minus 1. This is the first question answer. And the second question here, what is the second question given here? The second question, if the temperature is double, then find the final pressure. First of all, I want to convert the PV relation into PT relation. That's why I am writing volume V is equal to, instead of volume V is equal to, shall I write RT by P instead of volume, because 1 mole ideal gas equation PV is equal to RT. Are you getting my point? So from here, what I am writing here, P into, instead of volume, I am writing RT upon P whole to the power minus 1 will be equal to what? Constant. R is a constant, so no need to write the R value. Are you getting my pen? So finally, you will get P to the power 2 into T to the power minus 1 will be constant. Okay. From here, shall write P1 square into T1 ki power minus 1 equal to P2 square into T to the power minus 1 is equal to constant. Okay. Just like PV is equal to constant, we can write P1 V1 is equal to P2 V2 is equal to constant. Similar manner. So I am trying to writing the pressure terms one side and temperature terms another side. Okay. Temperature to the power minus 1 and pressure to the power 2. If you have any doubt, you can cross verify. That means P1 into T1 to the power P1 square into T1 to the power minus 1 equal to P2 square into T to the power minus 2. Now what I am writing, P2 upon P1 I am writing as it is. Okay, now I am interchanging the T1 and T2. So T1 by T2 I am writing T2 upon T1. So you will get the power value 1. Okay, now in the question the final temperature is double. That means the temperature should be double. So T2 will be equal to 2 times of the T1. Okay, so P2 upon P1 whole square will be equal to T2 instead of T2 2T1 upon T1. So T1 gets cancelled. So finally you will get P2 upon P1 whole square will be equal to 2. So bring the square on to the right side, you will get the square root. So square root of square root 2. So here what will be the final pressure? P2 will be equal to root 2 times of the initial pressure. Final pressure P2 will be equal to root 2 times of the initial pressure. Are you getting my point? This will be the question number 82. And one more last question, that is the question number 83. A thermodynamic process involving the helium gas. Which gas is given? Helium gas. Okay, atomicity 1. Mathematically expressed as a Vt will be equal to constant. So first of all, V into T is equal to given as a constant. Okay. Now first of all, you convert this into PV. Okay, expression. Do you know temperature will be equal to PV upon R for 1 mole of ideal gas? So instead of T, I am writing PV upon R equal to constant. Okay. After simplification, you will get this expression P into V square is equal to constant. Yes or no? R is a constant, so take the R to the right hand side. So constant multiplied by constant, again you will get another constant. So what will be the general expression? PV to the power x is equal to constant. Okay. By comparing these two, what will be the exponent x value? That will be equal to 2. Okay. Now what will be the first question? Find the molar heat capacity. Yes. What will be the molar heat capacity? C equal to Cv plus capital R upon 1 minus x. What is the Cv for monoatomic gas? 3R by 2 plus R divided by 1 minus, what is the x value here? 2 value. So 3R by 2 minus R, that means R by 2. So the molar heat capacity value will be equal to R by 2. Are you getting my point? Now the second question, this will be the first question. Okay. Now the second question, percentage of heat given which goes to internal energy of the gas. That means you see what will be the change in internal energy? Del U equal to NCV del T. This will be the equation 1. Let's suppose. And what will be the heat exchange in a polytropic process? Q equal to NC del T. Are you getting my point? Now what I am trying to do? I am trying to do the relation between the change in internal energy and heat supplied. So equation 1 upon equation 2. Del U upon Q I am writing equal to Cv upon C. Okay. What is the Cv value for monoatomic gas? 3R by 2. And what is the C value we got here? R by 2. So R by 2 gets cancelled. So you will get del U by Q equal to 3. What is the meaning of this one? That means for every 1 joule of input, for every 1 joule of input heat, internal energy increases by how many joules? 3 joules. That means if you supply 1 joule of energy in the form of heat to the input, the internal energy increases by how many joules? 3 joules. Okay. That means here del U equal to 3 times of the Q. Are you getting my point?